This is the story of the three little cranes and the big bad kindergartner. Once upon a time, there were two cranes at Henderson School. Their names were Glenn and Dale. They sound like this. Crow, 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 crow. That's how they sound to humans, but to each other they sound like talking. Oh dear, we need to get started on building our nest because it's almost time to lay our eggs. Oh yes, we should get started right away. While the cranes were thinking about where to build their nest, the kindergartners came outside to play. One kindergartner was so excited to see the cranes. She stood at the edge of the playground and watched them. Her teacher had told her to stay away from the cranes because the cranes don't like to come near people. So she just stood by the swings and watched the cranes. But the cranes did not know that she was just there to watch. Oh dear, there's that big bad kindergartner. She's going to come and ruin our nest. We'll have to watch out for her. Let's get started. Let's build a nest of grass. Oh, that's a great idea, my dear. Let's build a nest of grass. So the cranes worked together, and soon they built their nest of grass. It was not quite time to lay their eggs yet, so they went off to find some food. While they were gone, the strong March wind blew and blew the crane's nest of grass away. When they returned from getting their food, they noticed that their nest was gone. Oh dear, our nest of grass is gone. It must have been that big bad kindergartner we saw. She must have come over and knocked our nest over. Oh well, we will work on it again. This time, let's build a nest of sticks. Oh, you always have such good ideas. Let's get right to work. It's almost time to lay our eggs. So the cranes made a nest of sticks. The kindergartner noticed that they were working very hard on their nests, but she knew to stay away. While the cranes were out looking for food, the strong March wind blew. And the nest of sticks was blown away. When the cranes came back from finding their food, they noticed that their nest was gone again. Oh dear, we're getting so close to the time when we need to lay our eggs and our nest of sticks is gone. Ooh, that kindergartner. We should watch her and see if she is the one knocking over our nest. So the cranes watched from the safety of the tall grass. It had been raining and raining that day. They watched the kindergartner play on the playground. She was playing in the mud because it was a muddy day after all the rain. She had put some sticks and grass in the mud. My dear, this may sound crazy, but I think that kindergartner might be onto something. What if we build our nest of sticks and mud and grass? Oh, that sounds like a great idea. When the March wind blows, it will dry our nest and it will be nice and cozy for our egg. So the cranes got right to work. They worked and they worked all night long, and they built a nest of mud, sticks, and grass. My, oh my, it's such a beautiful nest. It will be perfect to lay our eggs. Oh, yes, it will be so perfect to lay our eggs. So the crane laid her egg. The kindergartner just watched from the playground because she knew to stay away from the crane. In a few weeks, there was big news at Henderson School. The little girl had been watching the cranes, and she noticed that there weren't two little cranes anymore. Now there were three little cranes. There was a mama crane and a daddy crane, and they were named Glenn and Dale. And there was a little baby crane, and the students decided to call it Topper. The cranes were so happy with their family that all the students and all the teachers in the school heard the crane song, and it sounded like this. Crew, 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 crew. And that meant, thank you for helping us to build our nest. The end.